Hello my fellow gamers and Frostpunk fans. The newest DLC, On the Edge, has been released, and if you have been in warmer places for a while, you probably need to refresh your memory on how to play our favorite ice-encrusted post-apocalyptic city builder and society manager. During this guide, I'm going to give you the most tips possible without spoiling the story for you. We are going to cover topics such as surviving the cold without a main generator, having full bellies with no food production, finding wood outside the outpost, healing frostbite, and managing the workforce. As the trailers for this scenario showed, your citizens have been sent here from New London to scavenge a newly discovered army stockpile in the mountains. So this is a hastily erected outpost you will be managing, rather than a full city, and therefore there is no iconic generator in the middle of the map to warm up your citizens. The Great Storm has passed, but the temperatures are still way below zero and will continue to plummet as you advance in this scenario. Your first way of keeping citizens warm is building them progressively better shelters, starting from tents and ending at homes. But this is just to keep them from freezing to death at minus 60 centigrade, not healthy. To do that, you will need to add an extra source of warmth in the form of braziers, which are at the start of the heating research tree. Later, you will need to upgrade their heating levels and range, and also use them to heat workplaces, which have their own internal heaters, but they will quickly prove inadequate. My name is Peter, and if you're new to my channel, I would like to welcome you and ask that you do not forget to hit that like button if you are enjoying this video, as well as becoming a subscriber so you can check out my future videos about this and other games. Even as you work on providing better heating, you will get progressively more sick citizens each night, especially if you choose to lower the food quality to gain quantity. A note here to remember is that many citizens' additions to the outpost will be sick and require medical attention. This is why you need to take care of your engineers and keep them close by to increase the capacity of your medical posts when you need them, which you will need several ones of, and later even infirmaries. Invest in the health branch of research tree for just this reason, as you can have up to a third of your population sick at the same time during some freezing days or special events. The infirmaries do require steam cores to build, and these you will find an inexhaustible supply of in the army warehouse, alongside metal. The army warehouse is the main background for this scenario. New London authorities want regular shipments of everything you have scavenged, and at the start will provide you with the food you need, since there is no way for your outpost to generate food. Alongside that food, you will need to request certain other types of help from your masters back home. For this, you will use the administration building and the transport depot, which are the new buildings in the Edge DLC. I would also advise that you ask them for advice about food, workforce, and everything else you're short on when you start the scenario, as they will unlock for you certain things which are vital for survival, like the watered down meals filled with sawdust. Later, you will get to use the adaptation book of laws for yourself, but for those first few days it is crucial you learn how to use the new diplomacy options and interface and set up a good start for your outpost. As you get into the thick of the story and narrative, which I will not go into other than to say that it has Frostpunk's standard gold quality seal of approval, you will need other sources of food, among other resources which are severely lacking at the mountain outpost, like wood. To acquire them, you will first need to scout out the surrounding snow dunes and mountains to find other survivors and their small encampments. Each one is unique in its resource output, needs, storyline, and decisions you will need to make. But each one also will require a steady infusion of different resources and manpower to bring it up to a level where it can aid you in the long run. A small tip here is that you should upgrade them fully before trying to finish the scenario. I won't go any deeper than that. If you're interested in seeing more tutorials and guides about a variety of games, I will point you to my playlist up here and in the description below. This scenario doesn't have you building a large settlement, so consider each worker and engineer crucial not just for your own survival, but for the advancement of those smaller settlements, which will be your lifeline. Since you're not all one people, you will need to treat them well in a diplomatic give-and-take relationship facilitated by the administration building. Resources and manpower are the main things to bargain with, but there will be some tough decisions to make and consequences to face in the true Frostpunk fashion. The music and sound are top-notch as expected from the developers at 11-bit Studios, who I have to thank for this opportunity to show off their latest DLC, On the Edge. Thank you for watching and happy gaming!